So, how to describe the Sivga Phoenix? I've been putting off this review for about a month because I've just been spending more time listening to this pair of headphones and trying to compare them to other headphones I have. The hard part is knowing where to compare. So, starting off, this headphone is $255 on Amazon. You can pick a lot of headphones in that price range, but to me, that is a very unfair comparison because this headphone punches way above its price range. Now, I'm probably getting ahead of myself. So, if I were to kind of condense down my thoughts on the Phoenix, I would say that it just does everything very well. And of course, you've got to put that in context because you can spend $10 on a headphone or you can spend 10,000 on a headphone. I would say it does everything very well for a Midfi set of cans. That's really a lot more generous than you would think because at 255 Midfi goes all the way up. Well, I mean, Midfi is a description, but typical Midfi headphones would go up to the high hundreds, $500, $700, $900, and this is at 255. But I have HP3s, I have LCDXs, I have the Fostex TRX00 Purple Hearts, I have Elex and Ether CXs. I know these are not the same headphones, but when I'm listening to the Phoenix, these are the headphones that I'm comparing them against in my mind, not 5.8Xs or even 600s or anything else that Sivga made, like the double O's early on. And I just come back to the fact that they just do everything really well. What does that mean? They are not bass cannons. They are not super high-end detail monsters, but they do detail very well. The soundstage is great, but it's not like this is the soundstage headphone or the imaging headphone. It just does it really well. You don't even think about it. I would say that the best comparison I could give these headphones are if you've heard about the Arias from 100 different people saying, these are the best overall headphones in the 1500, we'll call it hi-fi, not max-fi, but $1,500, $1,600 range. The Arias are known as doing everything really well. That's how I would describe these for the mid-fi range. I've spent a fair amount of time listening for issues with these headphones, listening for things that are negatives, like they have a treble spike or super flat mid-range or poor imaging or poor soundstage or things like that. The only negatives I can think is that I have a average to above average size head and my head almost maxes these out. That being said, they are super comfortable. So much so that I've used my ES100 or my Cuddlix in a little short cable and just wear them around the house. So partly why I've put this video off for so long is that I have a hard time recommending anything else but these. So I've been trying to find issues with them. But as it stands, I mean, under $500, easy to drive, lightweight, comfortable. I sure hope they fit your head because if they do at this price, these are amazing headphones. And like I said, I have compared them to a bunch of other headphones, which is sometimes hard to do, but I've listened to them on different amplifiers, on different DACs, plugged them into my phone, went mobile with them, and yeah, so I guess at this point I'll pull up a chart I did. I've only done a couple videos on this channel as far as reviews, but people know I like to rely on frequency response charts, not as the primary method for evaluating headphones, but rather for kind of finding things that I'm hearing and being able to point them out. So when I listen to a headphone, if I notice that a trumpet or a trombone or a vocal really kind of spikes, is hurting my ears, then I look at the charts and see, okay, yeah, they're at 10K. That planar is spiking up 15 dB, and that's what I'm seeing, or 5K or 4K, depending on what we're talking about. Even 1K, for some of the brass instruments. But so I did this comparison. I did a frequency response chart using ears compensated for headphones, and I'm comparing the Arias versus the Phoenix. That's not to say that these are competing with the Arias. The Arias on a different level. I don't have them here right now. I've listened to them in the past, but I would not compare these headphones to the Arias in any way, except for to say that they both do everything really well. I'd kind of put down Arias before when I listened to them, and again, I will say as a caveat that I may have had a different pair than what other people listen to, but that was not to say they didn't do things really well. They just weren't next level tier like I was expecting. Anyway, I digress. So this graph shows the difference between the purple is the Aria and the green is the Phoenix, and you can see that the like below 40, it is rolled off a bit. But as you look through the rest of the frequencies, it does a really good job of matching or coming close to that flat response curve that a lot of people appreciate in the Arias. So now that I've rambled for 7 minutes, where does that leave us? Back where we started. For $255, these are a no-brainer. If you're listening to this and you think $255 is a lot for headphones, then still save up and get these if you're looking at getting anything else down the line. If you're someone who has bought a lot of headphones and spent more than $255, these are definitely worth listening to. I'm going to put a link in the description, but I'm not even doing an affiliate link. I don't benefit from this at all. These are just some of the best headphones that I've heard, sub $500, comfortable, easy to drive, do everything well, and in my opinion, it's just a no-brainer. If you're looking for headphones, looking to spend a couple $100, looking to spend $400, get these headphones.